Hi there, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK for another action figure unboxing and review. And it feels like an eternity since I've been able to do a new action figure unboxing and review. Lots of backtracking I've been doing, and I've even started Hot Toys, but I've not had a lot of Legends or G.I. Joe Classified or even Mafex that I usually do the videos on come in recently. So it's been a while, but I am back. And this time it's a pair of Marvel Legends from the Mindless One Build-A-Figure wave. But you might notice a new video setup in this one. So I've been using the last few weeks to clear some space up in my loft, get some more storage space for the toys, and luckily I've managed to clear enough space to build myself an actual review station. So I've tried to keep it on brand, of course, with the pink and black colours. We've got a fancy new cloth here. We've got some reuse of my actual display shelves there for the black bit, and I've even got a bit of dodgy printing there to get my logo on the shot. So hopefully now I won't annoy Cheeky Monkey Kiara by trying to do a load of reviews while she is still working. So I've got my own space up here, and hopefully it might look a semi bit more professional. So please do let me know your thoughts in the comments on the new setup. Hopefully the lighting's all good up here. Got some fancy lights going on. It's all happening. So let's get to the figures. And as you can see on the screen, it is the Marvel Knights wave. It is Blade I have for you, but it is a double, because behind him we have, it's Luke Cage himself there. So Luke Cage, also the two figures I have purchased from the -1 Build-A-Figure wave. Only the two for me from this wave. I would like to build the Build-A-Figure, but I don't really fancy any of the other figures in the wave, maybe apart from Clear. So I might have to try and track down some on the second-hand market, some of those Build-A-Figure pieces. So what we'll do is we'll get them unboxed and we will take a closer look. But before we do that, if I bring Blade back in here just for a bit of a closer look, one thing you may notice, plastic 3 packaging, it is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. The plastic is back. Celebrations I can hear throughout the toy community. The traditional Marvel Legends Hasbro packaging is back. So as you can see on the side, you've now got your art there, and on the back of the packaging, back to the traditional layout of all the Build-A-Figures, or the pieces I should say in the Build-A-Figure wave, how to build the figure, and a little write-up there. We'll have a quick look at the same for, of course, Luke Cage here. So in the front, you can actually see the figure, which is an absolute miracle over the last year. So you can check your paint apps, which is lovely to see. Bit of art on the side and on the back. If I shift him back there, you'll see again the art of Luke Cage and all the figures in the wave. So without further ado, let's get these bad boys open. Right then, they've been freed from their plastic packaging. And first impressions, I think they're looking pretty good. So I've got them in the most boring sort of bland straight up and down pose, which is of course probably how they will be displayed on my shelf. But I will try and of course cover articulations to do here. Now of course we are semi-professional at Jay's Toy Collection UK. But impressed to start with, let's say. So Luke Cage, classic look, which is really nice to see. We have not seen that look since way, way back, nearly 20 odd years ago now, in the early days of Toy Biz. And Blade, we've not had a Blade from Marvel Legends since, was it Man-Thing, was it? The Netflix Build-A-Figure wave. That was probably 2016, 2017. Probably got my time wrong there, but definitely a good few years ago. And I think that's a much better looking Blade than the one we received previously. So I will get into the accessories before we get into the figures a bit more. So I'll try and bring in the Build-A-Figure pieces. So our friend Blade comes with the head of the Mindless One. Again, a bit of a strange decision to make an army builder an actual Build-A-Figure, but it is what it is, unfortunately, with that. Probably get a deluxe re-release later. It's a good-looking head, I suppose. It's like a Cyclops with a sort of red smoke effect, which does detach, which I can try now. There you go, look at that. First time. So you do get a little bit of red in there as well, and you do get a bit of shading on the head there. So that one comes with Blade. Talking Build-A-Figures for Luke Cage. Luke comes with this piece again, just a bit of a chunky, rocky sort of style leg, and again there is a lot. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. I think it is. There's a lot of sort of brown shading over the top, which I wasn't expecting. So that does look nice. So one day maybe I will complete this bad boy. But that's for Luke Cage. Now sticking with our friend Luke Cage, doesn't come with a lot more. Some power effects or something maybe would have been nice, but he comes with a pair of hands, a sort of I don't quite know how to describe those hands. I'll just mimic the pose. There you are. There's a mimicked pose pair of hands. So a pair of open hands. And that's it. So he's been a bit shortchanged there for our first Luke Cage in an absolute long time. Doesn't really come with nothing. I'll bring the blade hands in from the top. If I can get them across the camera there. Can we get a focus? Focus for me, camera. Don't play me up, camera. I'm supposed to be professional, camera. Why won't you focus? You will not focus. You naughty, naughty camera. Feel like John Cleese in 40 Towers. Let's come from a different angle. Do you like it from that? Oh, they prefer it from that angle, ladies and gentlemen. So there is the grippy hands that come with Blade. They do seem a tad small to me, and his fist hands do look a bit small. So small hand syndrome for Blade. Now, of course, Blade is a vampire. Now, the camera seems to like coming in from the left-hand side. So here we go. And will it autofocus? Of course it won't autofocus. Let's press a button, see if that works. Are you going to focus there? You like my thumb? Going to focus on anything, camera. I could be filming this 50 times. There we go. No, you don't like it at all. Right, you are shit, aren't you, camera? But we're keeping this in, I think. There we go. There we are. See? Right pain in the arse, this reviewing, ladies and gentlemen. Leave your comments down below. This sort of raw, unedited style of reviewing. So you have two stakes, wooden stakes to drive through somebody's heart. There we are. And he comes with a sword, only a single sword. So it's sort of katana blade, maybe. I have no idea. I've just made that up. It sounded fancy. But there, here's his sword. Looks okay. A bit plasticky. Probably could do with some metal on it. And we've got a pair of glaives coming in here. So I don't think the Mezco version comes with these, but there's a you can sort of throw those, give you a bit of stabby. So that is all the accessories. So I suppose we should take a closer look at the figures. Who should we start with? Let's start with our friend Blade then, shall we? So I'll bring him a bit closer to the camera. I'll bring the light down, see if that helps. There we are. So you can get a nice look here at Blade. So it's a good looking head sculpt. Of course, I think ever since the Blade movie in about 98, all comic book Blades have the sort of Wesley Snipes sort of style haircut there. Again, with the accessories, there is no interchangeable head. So he is stuck sort of fangs out, screaming at you. So he will have to be action posed on his shelf, which I don't mind, to be fair, but could have done an interchangeable head. In terms of the glasses, this is actually, I've just worked this out with live. Those are not removable, are they? Let's have a... No, we are not removing those glasses. So they are sculpted on this time, the glasses, unlike the previous version where they were removable. The torso, that does look familiarly like the old torso we've got on the previous Blade, I think it is. A leg sculpt, we are pinless in the legs, so that might be new legs. Again, I'm no Marvel Legends expert, so they may not be new, but they look new to me. No pins there, but we got pins. We got pins in the elbows though. Pins in the elbows there, so they're definitely a reused pair of elbows. But we do have some new legs. On the back, you've got the sword holder. That's a fancy word. A sheath, maybe, might be a better word to actually use. Try the focus button. There we are. Look at that. Oh, that is fancy, isn't it? So it's got some sculpted in sort of stitching there, but of course they haven't bothered to paint it, so could be better. Let's try and insert a sword. Oh, live insertion here at Jay's Toy Collection UK. Filth as ever in these reviews. Try to be professional, but it always turns, doesn't it? Always turns to filth. So straight up and down, a really good looking Blade figure. Definitely an upgrade. We'll do articulation in a second, but he's looking pretty cool. Right, onto our friend. Well, you get a long shot of my arm there. Could do with the suntan really, but I've been all day in years. Too many toys. So let's have a look at Luke Cage then. So again, really good looking head sculpt, I think there. He's got this sort of headband on, which looks really good. I like his sort of afro hair. Looks really nice. Does look like a separate piece there actually for the headband. Coming at the back, there's his bottom. He got his little chained belt on as well. Down to the boots. Oh, he's a pair of pinless. We got a pair of pinless here on Luke Cage. He's got pinless arms and pinless legs, so they match up. So that's looking rather nice. There's a oh hello. There's a bit of a gap under there. Oh, they've gone Mattel. So Mattel like to do this with their WWE Ultimate Edition. So now I've got a Bret Hart where you put the jacket on. They have to leave this sort of bigger area, I suppose, for the articulation, but does look a bit unsightly. So that's not the best. That's probably the biggest letdown so far, is that sort of Luke Cage's armpit. Right, let's try and cover articulation. So we'll go with Blade first. So head, of course, side to side, very fancy. Where you get a rock, bit of a rock, not too much. Can you go up? Oh, yeah, just about. You can go up. That's not too bad. Down. Oh yes, very good, very intimidating down there for our friend Blade. Can we come up to a T? Oh, doesn't really want to move there. Is that me, or is it not going any higher? Let's have a look. Oh, it doesn't. I don't think it goes much higher than that. So either I'm crap at articulating, which to be fair, I am, but doesn't seem to want to move much more than that. So elbow looks like an old double joint. So we can do a bit of an elbow pose there for you. We're gonna. He's now a wrestler, celebrating, doing his weightlifting. Ab crunch. Yeah, you can go fully down. I bet it's gonna look really weird underneath. Not too bad, surprisingly, compared to this being the old torso. Look, we've got some posing working here. We've got doubled over ab crunch, double punch. Very weird. But yeah, that seems to work. Swivel at the waist, of course. Can't be a bit of a waist swivel. So that's all right on the top, apart from can't really make a T. There's no butterfly there either. That's not doing anything, so not the greatest in the arms. But the coat doesn't really get in the way that much at the top, apart from I don't think actually it's the coat, to be fair. I just don't think it wants to move any higher than that. Thigh swivel, yeah, it can go all the way around. Full 360. He's broken his leg. Well, he's half a vampire, so he'll be fine. Can we get a double? Can we get a double? We can get a double. Coat gets in the way, but turn his head. Look, this is ACBA 101, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this, absolutely making fancy poses here. Down we go, but that's all right. So legs are fine. Boot cut, no, there's nothing there. And your standard rocker and everything. So articulation on blade, okay, not too bad. He's dead. Right, we killed him. He'll come back to life. He's a vampire. Don't worry. Let's go for Luke Cage then. What's Luke got? He's got full side to side. Does have the old peg. I'm not a fan of the peg. I prefer the sort of, I call it the Mattel wrestling style, the double barbell. Can he go up? Not really. Is it probably the hair hitting the back of the fancy shirt there? And you do get down, so we can look down okay. I'm sure we'll get a full T here. There we are. Luke Cage doing a full whirly bird. But the one thing I'm not going to get is ab crunch. But we'll cover that in a second. The arm is, oh my goodness, that is stiff as anything. Fully erect Luke Cage in the arm. That one isn't going to move. That one going to move. Okay, there we go. We got one bend. We got one bend. Can I get a pair of bends? Good God! Nearly pulled it off the. Literally, nearly pulled it off the actual socket there with that. I shan't be doing that again. But so yeah, not the greatest so far. And of course, you've got that really dodgy underarm pit there. So it really does want to pull off. Look how stiff this plastic is. So I've got for some figures, if you saw one of my previous reviews on the Green Goblin from Marvel Legends, the VHS, that thing was gummy as anything. But Luke Cage is completely opposite. You've got very hard plastic. Now, of course, you've got no ab crunch, but that does give you the deepest of V's, and I am quite a fan of a shirt with a big deep V. So I do like that, so I don't mind not having the ab crunch, because I think that would really break the sculpt up. So I think they've sacrificed that there okay. Can you get the waist so that you can get side to side just about there? But he's very, very stiff. It's got a ball, obviously, a ball in the waist, but it's not really, absolutely nothing back. And forward, not the greatest either. So not the greatest for your toy photographers out there. Movable piece here on the belt. Legs come out very, very wide, so that's fine. Thigh cut as ever. That'll be a double joint. So the knees always go much better than the arms. Maybe just me, I have a issue with the arms. Boot cut, oh. Apparently not. Really? Okay, no boot cut. Looked like there was, but clearly there is no boot cut. And standard sort of rocker ankles. But again, look, I'm putting pressure on that, and it's nearly snapping off. So definitely plastic tolerance issues would be my thing there. But I suppose I'm used to some of the fancier sort of figure lines where they do articulate well, like Mafex and stuff. But they are a lot more pricey. So I suppose you get what you pay for. But with the prices going up, the plastic is a bit all over the place. So movement not as good, but generally visual aesthetics, I should say, quite good on the figures, but movement not happening. Right then, sort of final thoughts, which I'll have to be quick on because my phone is saying it's running out of storage, and I've got a load of footage from UK Toy Fair this weekend on the phone, so there will be a great sort of Who Crew meetup and Toy Fair video hopefully come in this weekend once I can get the footage off and edited. So I can't really do any comparisons because I've sold the other figures that would go with these. Blade and Luke Cage are long gone. So here they are on their own. Overall thoughts then. On the shelf, I think they're going to look fantastic. Because posed up, even my crap posing here, they look pretty good. So I think on the shelf they'll be great. But if you're wanting these for figure photography and a lot of articulation, they're definitely going to be a bit more of a struggle, would be my final thoughts. But for me, they're literally just going on the shelf in the Marvel Legends collection. That again, once again, is under reconstruction, as the toy room always is in this house. They're going to look great on the shelf, but articulation, not the greatest, would be my sort of summary here. So I hope you like the new setup. Do let me know your feedback in the comments below. And I will, of course, see you on the next review or live stream or whatever may be coming up. So I've been Jay. This has been Jay's Toy Collection UK. Of course, comment, like, and of course, subscribe if you can. And I'll see you later. Bye now.